Good morning. How's everybody today? Y'all waiting around for something special to happen? I don't like being on that side of the screen. I prefer this side. We'll see. We'll see if this stays okay for this game. Maybe I'll have to move it. Yeah, extra stream today. Thought I would play some Theatrhythm because it's been like a while. It's been a while, and there's been all this DLC, and I'm still trying. I still haven't gotten the last collectible card I need, so is this the group I have for that? How do I do anything in this game anymore? Edit party. Is this my card hunting group? Yeah, it is definitely my card hunting group. All right, great. So we'll play some of the DLC. Maybe I'll put this up on the VODs. YouTube. Yeah, sure, why not? I wanted to pick a rhythm game at the very least because I feel like it'll be easier to stop closer to a specific time than a different game. Now, easier for me to stop, hard to say. I'll probably still keep playing after camera goes off, but a little... I feel like if I'd played Spyro, which is what we're currently in the middle of, it would have been a lot of... Well, this area just needs a few more minutes. Well, good to see I still remember the controls. Yeah, also, I don't know, I like that Spyro has skateboard levels in it, don't get me wrong. I think it's kind of neat. It's a little weird right now. I'm sure it was cool when it first came out. I don't like the challenges they want me to do with the skateboard. Also, if anyone was watching the skateboard race we were trying to do yesterday, I didn't realize it, but the camera was actually covering the standings. It's fine. I was mostly in last place all the time, so it's not like that information was super relevant or helpful in any way. But it was there. Oh, game's not over. I guess I could have guessed that by my score. My score's too low for the song to be over yet. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I think the Final Fantasy 16 songs are out for this, or if they were coming. I thought all the DLC was out now. I stopped paying attention. I didn't get the card I needed. Maybe this is better if I'm on this side of the screen. I need to go shift over more this way. And given the way that this game shows info, I'll be probably blocking something, but... I think I just need one. How do I check anything again? It's this button. It's this button. Hey, I'm live. Okay, I'm just letting you know before you, like... You going to bed? Alright. Somebody made it home. Is it this? Don't feel too bad. I understand what autocorrect does to that name. Is it record? No, it's feats. Feats. Gotta show feats. Because it's just the one. Yeah, that one. Collect the cards. Which one am I missing? I'm missing... Oh, I'm missing two. A rare and a special one. Off the characters? Yeah. I'm missing the rare for Rosa. And the special for Mog. Alright. I thought I was only missing one card. Turns out I'm missing two. Yeah, Beach went to the, I'm Beach, Andrew, there were a couple others. I think Ian and Corey were there. Went to the charity dinner. So, I believe they were all coming back on the same thing, so if Beach is here now, everyone should have made it home. There was some slight concern of what happens if people, like, if the way home got canceled. And I feel like, okay, yeah, you know, maybe Ian misses his first shift, or he comes in late. Potential. But I think both Corey and Beach are on Zeta, and Paul would have been left alone, and in some ways, I kind of think that would have been funny. Also, like, a lot harder, because Zeta doesn't start till midnight. It's like 12 hours away. But in a way, I do kind of think it would be funny. So collector cards are literally just random drops, with the exception of there's some specific cards you get for clearing a song, which, PSA, I guess, if you played the demo before buying the game and clearing the song that way, the demo doesn't have any of the collector cards unlocked, so you may have to do those songs again and clear them. But I believe those specific song cards are guaranteed drops if you clear the songs. I could be wrong. There may be, maybe there's another thing you gotta do for it, but the two that I need should just be random drops. So I have characters with a bunch of, like, card drop extra moves who are highly leveled to hopefully help with that. I haven't leveled up all of my characters. That's kind of a thing for after. For me, now that because I've got all the quests and stuff done. You can try to do there's like an endless quest mode that will have collected cards drop. They're random too, but they'll tell you what the reward is for doing the specific thing. And they should mark whether or not you have a specific card. Well, whether or not you're missing that card, so that can be a way to try to find it. I didn't find it particularly easy to go that route, so I stopped. I think multiplayer online can also be a good way to get some card drops. I don't know how well they go in your favor of finding ones that you're missing, though. And I don't actually know how many people are playing online anymore. I know I tried online play like quite a while ago, and I was running into only one other person being online, maybe. So I feel like the online for this game may have dried up. Wait, I didn't... No. If I get one that's new, there should be like a little orange dot next to it. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's just keep grinding, which is why I'm playing songs that are new, DLC. A lot of what I've been doing is trying to play through songs and get specific scores. I'm still missing these two. I think you get better card drops in battle music. Because your card drops also come from killing enemies. So your chances of getting more are there. The only other thing I could think is maybe if you have anything that ups item loot drops, to turn those off. Because items are considered different from cards, but they still come from the same pool of RNG stuff. And then the other thing you can do is I think there's an item you can turn on to double amount of treasures. So the tactic I've heard is basically find a long battle song, have a party that lets you kill things as much as possible so you can kill things a lot. And have your item thing, have your treasure box thing turned on. It's still gonna take you forever. As far as I can tell, unless somebody knows a better way, but I haven't really seen anything on the internet about it. Because let's be fair, if we're all completionists here, which again, I remind you, I'm a completionist until I'm not. We've all looked up on the internet how to get that last thing. Yeah, there is definitely World Ends With You DLC in here somewhere. Ooh, ooh, look, see? I got one of the cards I needed. I got the rare. I got Rosa. I just need one more. This is what the orange circle looks like. Excellent. Now I just need a special of Mog. Yeah, what is it? Potion, high potion, Phoenix down. Yeah, here it is. Mog's Amulet. I haven't been using it because these songs are new. I don't know how long they go. Yeah, sure, we'll turn it on. Might as well add it. I need one more card. This would be great. This would be fantastic if I could get the last card I need on stream. It killed me a little bit that when I played this on Rhythm Cafe with Jacob, that I played with the Rhythm Cafe file for most of it. Because I knew that was like, I could... those were songs I could have been getting my card drops on. However, for the sake of the stream and for the sake of Jacob, I wanted people to see what unlocking stuff was like, because I put too many hours into my game for that. Although we did come into my game at the end, so I could show Jacob, I think, a specific song or show off what I had done. If the Final Fantasy 16 songs are out, I really should... If there's another day that maybe Ian can't make it, I should see if Jacob wants to come on again to do those songs. Because I'm pretty sure he's played through Final Fantasy 16. I think he'd quite like it. Probably to share the DLC. I think it was to find a specific song I needed to unlock through gameplay. Because I have the save file we were using for Rhythm Cafe was on my Switch, so the DLC will also technically be there. But let's be fair, it was also partially to show off. I like telling people how good I am at things sometimes, even though I also don't like telling people how good I am at things sometimes. Turns out I'm human. Yeah, I think Jacob would probably like this game just fine with, like, some of the other options and probably on easier mode. I also feel like he could probably do the harder mode stuff if he could control his excitement over the songs. Rhythm games are kind of... There's this thing that happens if you get too excited, your beat goes all off, and this version of the game is also button only. I do feel like there are some people who would benefit better from doing the 3DS games that have the stylus interaction, which they could have done for the Switch for this if they had wanted to, but Given some of their style choices, they clearly decided not to. This game's also available on PS4. No card there. But you see I got like a ton more because I had an item on. And yeah, and time to build that muscle memory. I do wish there's something you could do with the doubles of the cards. Like, trade them in for Rhythmia, or... I don't know, if I get enough of a card that I already have but isn't the rarity I need, maybe I could trade it in for the rarity I do need. That would have been nice. I think random loop drops are fun to an extent until, you know, we all end up in this situation. The where do I get my last one situation. Like, I know this is based on Final Fantasy games, and therefore we all agree that there's probably a certain amount of grinding. But some of the really good RPGs that happen today mitigate that. Or have ways of mitigating it. Oh shoot, that wasn't a changeover, that was a... Ow, dang it. Imagine if the way to mitigate was higher difficulty gives better chance at higher rating. I would be okay with that. As long as it's still like, you can still get rare stuff at lower difficulties, because I don't want to lock people out of that too much. But hey, if you're at the higher difficulty, maybe you have a higher percentage. That'd be cool. I'd be okay with that. No risk, no reward. Hey Belpay, thank you for that 49th resub. How you doing? What's this from? Oh, these are from Final Fantasy 16. Nice. My brain has to reorient for Roman numbers. I still get mad that they put a 1 before the 5 to reference that it's 4. Like, you could have just had a different symbol for 4. This would explain why none of these songs sound familiar to me. I've seen exactly maybe 10 minutes of this game because I raided someone who was playing it ages ago, I think. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, that might have been Final Fantasy 15. Maybe I've seen none of this game. I've heard plenty of opinions of Final Fantasy 16, from the people who dislike it to the people who really love it. So, as far as I can tell, it's a video game, and some people really like it, and some people really don't. I do get the sense people who really like Final Fantasy XIV might latch onto it a little bit better. But that's about all I could tell from hearing people talk about it. Very least, I've never seen anyone claim it isn't a game like Gone Home. That's fair. I've not seen anyone say this game is like Gone Home. I've never seen anyone say it's a walking sim. Mostly I've just seen people say it's too gamey, or they didn't like the writing. Or, and by gamey I mean like too many questy type things you do, or they just didn't feel like the writing felt like it was there. Those particular people also didn't think the game was fun. I think that was more to the gaming aspect rather than the writing aspect. Because I feel like you can have a game that's pretty poorly written, but still mechanically fun to play. No card. Not enough organic story, too much mechanic story type. Yeah, that kind of thing. But I have also heard people say it's too much like Final Fantasy XIV, which I think they meant in the sense of like there's a lot of fetch quests or something. Titan lost. I don't know. Final Fantasy is not exactly my my wheelhouse. Most of the games I've played have been like side games. Like the Chocobo one where you're playing card games and there's fairy tales, or the rhythm games where I hear all the music. I'm gonna say I have a lot of the Final Fantasy games. I've just not played them. In fact, I found when I was out I don't know when, months ago, whenever I was out and I dropped into one of the local video game stores, and they had a copy of the Pixel Collection for 1 through 6. So I picked that up. I've owned multiple copies of 10 because I have tried to play 10, and generally partway through I fall off somewhere, which means I also have multiple copies of 10-2 because they typically put those in a double pack. I have a copy of 15 that I bought really cheap for the PS4 because I was buying PS4 games, and I was like, oh, right, Card Trip, which in my brain has always been boy bands go on a card trip, which I know is not what that game is, so I bought that. I buy a lot of RPGs that I never end up playing, which is probably why I should have a daily stream just playing RPGs. I don't have the time for that, but, you know, I would maybe get through some of them. We all have our shame files. RPG book club. I mean, it's partially why I was playing through the Kingdom Hearts games on stream. We may never finish Chain of Memories. We might just have to move on to the next one. In Chain of Memories, I was stuck on the, I think the second Larcene fight. And I've actually played a little bit more off-stream, trying to grind up levels to have an easier time with it. But that was not working. And I would love to go back to it. I just don't. I literally do not want to play that on stream. I only stream once a week, so I don't want to play it on stream and have like several weeks of us constantly just grinding in that game, where it feels like I'm somehow not making any improvement. As I don't mind grinding on stream, I need to stream more. I need to be streaming more often to be like, okay, it's just a grind fest kind of day or week, but we'll get through it. Oops. I looked away from the screen. I was like, oh, chat said something. Yeah, my ideal is that we still finish that game. I just think in the meantime, maybe we move on. Maybe I watch some stuff. Maybe I record playing it offline until I can at least defeat that and then put that up on as its own thing. That's my ideal. We'll have to see what happens. Because here's the thing, besides the fact that it's like a card game and I don't think all of its mechanics are amazing, I do think it's pretty interesting in some of what it's doing. To the point where my brain's like, so when you finish that one, because you're going to finish it at some point, like, sure. let's agree to disagree on that, Brain, but let's say I do. What if we played the 3D version as well, just to compare and contrast? And like, yeah, okay, sure, Brain. That sounds like fun. Yeah, see, if we were the final boss, I would definitely be like, okay, let's just look up the YouTube ending and do whatever. However, that's not the final boss of that game. Pretty sure that's not the final boss of that game. That would not make sense. And I kind of want to unlock the other half of that game where we get to play as Riku. Because people, that supposedly exists. I would love Kingdom Hearts to be an anime. Absolutely. I would even watch live action, although I think I prefer it animated. That would be fantastic. You know if they make it, though. You know if they make it. They're probably just gonna make more content and not, like, anything that explains anything prior. But I would still watch it. The riddle. Oh my goodness, is this a puzzle section of the game? I would absolutely watch Kingdom Hearts as an anime. Yeah, Disney would probably never make it. Square, on the other hand, I think they would do it. Square's name is on the name of a lot of anime credits. Partially developed Kingdom Hearts channel show that got canceled, at least in part because Square said no. Huh. Yeah, see, I feel like the biggest fight would be over who would make it. Like, if they agreed, yeah, let's make a thing. And then there'd just be a bunch of fights over characterization and stuff. I mean, when they added Sora to Smash, there was a distinct lack of anything Disney related in the artwork. And I say distinct lack because I believe they used some of the stained glass kind of looking stuff that normally would have had Donald and Goofy in it. But hey, everybody got Sora. Speaking of which, I think the Sora amiibo is either out or going to come out soon. I'm pretty sure I saw a thing about that. Cue everybody being like, what, amiibos are still a thing? And I'm like, yeah, amiibos are still a thing. That's my Ganondorf one. I don't know if I want to let him out of the box. I feel like he needs to stay in there. Sora's 2024? Yeah, okay. Can't unseal Ganon. I feel like he doesn't, until I see the ending of Tears of the Kingdom, I definitely don't think he deserves to come out of his plastic cage. Yeah, one of the things I want to do this week, while I'm off from Desert Bus, is I want to finish Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't been able to play video games outside of streaming in so long. Like, I kind of have a little bit. I took, like, but it doesn't, it's like little tiny games, stuff I could complete in an hour, which is fine. Those were good. But I want to finish Tears of the Kingdom. And Tears of the Kingdom is not, oh, I've got 30 minutes. Let's sit down and play a game. Kind of game. Yeah, mostly Playdate games. I did play... What was the other one I did? I dug out my 3DS and I played Witch and Hero 2. None of the cards I was missing. Because I played Witch and Hero 1 ages ago, had a lot of time with that, fun with that. And then before the shop got shut down, I saw that there was a Witch and Hero 2 and a Witch and Hero 3, so I bought both of those. And so I played Witch and Hero 2 finally. So now I can play Witch and Hero 3. They're like 2.5 to 3 hour long games, because I think they were originally meant for mobile, where you're basically just playing. In the first one, you play this knight. The witch has been turned to stone, but if you can get enough power, she'll fire off stuff. But you have to make sure the enemies can't touch her, so it's a little bit of a tower defense small thing. It's cute. It's got like a tiny little story that goes with it. I quite like it. No, I'm probably not going to bother going for the Zelda leather bag, although Corvus always does really good work. I likely won't try to go for any of the Desert Bus prizes, even if they're all really cool. But that's more just because then I'd have to pay attention to when stuff is happening, and I'm gonna just float around and enjoy video games and probably turn it on late at night when I should be going to bed. Jusant. Jusant sounds familiar. I know that name. I did sneak a peek at some of the other Zelda stuff though, because there's someone made like a crocheted bag with a Korok on it. That looked pretty neat. There's what's the other thing I'm thinking of? The Megaton Hammer, which I actually did get to see. It's at the moon base. I was around when Erica was taking photos of it. It is incredibly heavy. I could barely lift it. But considering it got into the mail to us, I guess we'll be able to mail it to somebody else. I can't imagine the post office is going to be overly happy about that one, though. Oh yeah, the Wind Waker cult's pretty cool, too. The hammer's actually pretty neat in the sense that it comes apart. Like, I think you're supposed to glue it so it stays together. But yeah, it looks neat in person. Yeah, I agree it would probably feel less impressive if it wasn't as heavy as it is. But you could really hurt yourself with that thing. Whoops. Sorry, I was reading chat and I was like, this is fine. Yeah, I mean, I expect when they show that hammer off at Desert Bus, I expect a lot of people will want to try to pick it up, and we'll all just get to see how, depending on the shift, which people definitely go to the gym and which ones do not. This is a very pretty song. Oops. Yeah, if you're intending to watch Desert Bus, I assume you all are, but on the off assumption that maybe some of you aren't, go update your donor accounts. Go to desertbus.org, go double check your donor account. Just do that now. Save yourself some stress from later. Even if you think you're not gonna like try to put in for certain giveaways or whatever, if you think you might even put in like $5 or something at some point, just update it now. Save yourself having to navigate a website when what you really just want to do is have the thing on the entire time and pay attention. Because, you know, you'll feel better about it later. Okay, what is something else that's new that I haven't done? Ah, here we go. The title screen for Romancing Saga 2. I'm sorry, Romancing Salsa. Oops. I was not paying any attention. Can't unsee salsa ever since I mentioned it. Yeah. Because that's as far as I'm concerned, that's what it says. Has anyone played the Romancing Saga games? Do they like them? Because admittedly, I don't know anyone who actually plays these games. I never really hear anyone talk about them in any of the gaming things I listen to. Which to me just means they're not within people's interest sets, which is fine. But they make like a new one. It feels like they make a new one every 6 months to me, which I'm sure is not true at all. But I also assume that they're still making them. Someone must be buying them. Like that, there must be a fan set for this. Some of the Saga games continue the Final Fantasy II leveling system, made it better. Put them in the same pile as Tales of Games, mysteries you may someday uncover. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Here's a series maybe I don't know about, maybe I have some interest in. I put it in the maybe pile. the mysteries I may uncover someday pile. I like referring. That's great. I like that a lot. I think I have one Tales of game. I think I have Tales of Vesperia, because I got it for free. Well, I haven't played those games either. No card. See, I have so many RPGs in my pile, in my backlog, including ones I actually do want to play that show up. They're more tactics games than RPGs, but they're basically the same category. I have, every time they're like, hey, here's this game, and it's got that new HD 2D style whatever, and I'm like, no, stop doing that. I like that style a lot. Yeah, next week is Persona 5 Tactica. It looks really neat. I'm gonna end up getting it. Even if I had never played Persona 5, I would have ended up getting that game. I should finish the Persona Warriors game at some point. I feel like I was playing it wrong. Like there was information I was missing because I was having a bit of a hard time with the fights and that. I think I was streaming that one, but I don't think I put up the VODs of it. Might have been just before I got good at VODs. Before I got better at putting the VODs up for my own channel. Speaking of which, if there are stuff that you have missed that you're like, I do want to kind of have on in the background or do whatever, youtube.com/LunarJade. Not all the VODs of everything I've ever streamed are there. Working on it. More current stuff I've been getting up generally a day or two afterwards. The last episode of Detective Pikachu for the 3DS should be going up on Monday. I'm working on Paper Mario. These are VODs from like 2018. These are from the before times, and I have blue hair and braces, and it's kind of weird. I've been rewatching them, and putting them up, and I'm like, oh, weird. It's kind of fun in a way. It's definitely in, let's see, about that period of time too. I think I would have been streaming above. I would have been in a different place, so we were streaming above the kitchen because the place we used to live in had like a little loft, and it was right above the kitchen. And there were definitely a couple of times Beej would cook things, and I'd be like, I have to end stream now because all the smoke is coming up where I live. Was it Tasty Smoke? I think, if I want to be real, I think it was just the one time it was actual smoke. There were a couple of times where he was cooking onions and I was just like, I can't be here. My eyes can't handle it. Didn't want to get a Steam backlog. Okay, I definitely have a Steam backlog like everybody in the world does, especially anyone who has just Steam. Because I've bought a couple bundles, so there's definitely games I'm just never gonna play. I don't count my Steam backlog as part of my gaming backlog. I decided it didn't count. I only count my console games. It doesn't make the backlog any shorter. Well, I mean, technically it does, but yeah. They just don't count. Typically also don't buy a ton of games on Steam. Anything I have on Steam that's more recent is generally because we were doing a CTS game for Lure, which is another reason why I don't want to count my backlog on Steam. Oh goodness, yeah, no, if I had Game Pass, I would definitely not count those as my backlog. I think the last game I bought on Steam, I think that was not for Lure, is a game called Stacklands, which I haven't gotten around to playing. Because that would be, yeah, buy a game and play it. But no. But I do want to get to playing because I did buy it because I thought it looked neat. Gonna inflict backlogs on others via code falls. I don't think anyone looks at their backlog in the way I do, which is to say I have a Bujo that's just dedicated to video games where I've made a list. I also have it in spreadsheet form. and I keep track of the date I start a game, the date I finish the story, if I 100% it. That's all I do. I don't do generally anything more than that. The Bujo, sometimes I will make a list of trophies or things that I'm trying to obtain in a certain game. Maybe I make a full list because I'm like, no, I'm trying to 100% this game. I don't know why, but I'm going to, so I make a full list. Maybe I just make a partial list of like, here's some stuff I'm trying to get now. I don't think anyone else does that. I think that's just me. I tried several different kinds of apps and stuff that does like, that's like, here you can put in what games you have and you can do whatever, and I don't like them. So I spreadsheet and I do a thing. I also have, because I have a regular Bujo for just monthly. Oh, you're not familiar? Okay. Bujo is short for bullet journal. It's a type of journaling system. If you go to bulletjournal.com, I think they'll have like a explanation of kind of how to set one up that's very basic. Don't go onto Instagram and look that up. Those people are definitely just drawing really cool things. It's not. That's not attainable. one of the things I do is I have a monthly grid that's just like, here's games I've played this month, because now video game systems don't give me the statistics and the data I like anymore. The 3DS had a great app that was like, here's some bar graphs and stuff that shows your playtime over the year, and I used to just look at that, and I really liked it. So it's partially how I keep track of my stuff, is on a monthly thing. Because before I was doing these monthly spreadsheets where I'd be like, oh, I played this game and here's what I liked about it and stuff, and I'll still do some of that. But I have like a little grid now with the days marked on it, and I fill it out generally every few days or so when I have my Bujo timing going on, where I'm like, oh, what did I play this week? Did I stream it? Did I do whatever? And that sounds like a lot. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. But when I look back at my journals from ages ago, it's really fun to me to be like, oh, right, I was doing that at that time, and I was doing these things. So, yeah. That's just what I do. Romancing Salsa 3. I've also tried a couple of bullet journal online apps, stuff that's specifically designed for it. I don't find that I like very well. They generally just really weirdly glorified to-do list apps. Habit trackers are pretty good. Digital habit trackers, where they're only doing habit tracking. Those have been on point. But if you want to do the digital Bujo route, you're better off making kind of like your own spreadsheet kind of style thing in either a drawing app or a note-taking app, rather than finding something that's specifically bullet journal oriented. Because they typically just are not customizable enough to really work it. That's not to say it wouldn't work for that they wouldn't work for some people, but it's more akin to than finding a daytimer or a planner that works for you, rather than a system where you get to change stuff around. Because some people, really, the daytimer, the planner system works a lot better for them than a Bujo does. It depends on what you want to use it for. I've stopped using my Bujo for more of the work-related stuff I do. I do more of an online to-do list app for that. I use my Bujo more for journaling than I do for the planner portions of it these days. And that just works really well for me. Or for tracking things that I want to track. Though I did stop doing I used to do, especially when we did the Anno Annie podcast, I would do layouts for anime I wanted to watch. And I've stopped doing that so much. I focus much more on video games in it. Yeah, I use a dry erase board for work, for physical stuff that I want to do, because I have a huge, oh man, so good. I've been taking pictures of it. It's, I was talking to Joe Trollo the other day, and he was like, do you do backups of your whiteboard? And he was like you take pictures of it and you do whatever, because sometimes, people bump into it and stuff gets messy, or the whiteboards are kind of meant for a in the moment kind of planning. They're not necessarily meant for permanent whatever. And I'm like, yeah, no, I take pictures of it generally once a week. I delete older pictures I don't need anymore, but the pictures are less for backing up and more for I might have to do something at home and I need to remember what's written on the whiteboard. You know, it's that middle ground of trying to find something that works electronically because there's convenience to having an electronic version of stuff versus the fact that I actually work better with physical because I do better when I kinetically write stuff down with my hands when I not necessarily handwrite, but when I physically write something out rather than using a keyboard. I remember it better. I do better with it. My whiteboard is not currently laid out the way I want it to. I need to find some time to look up how I want to color code with magnets and stuff, and when I get it set up the way that I envision it, I'll definitely be taking a picture of that. I'll probably post it to my Instagram or something. Just be like, it's perfect, look at how shiny and great it is. And then, you know, I'll use it and find out what I really need to do with it. Heck, I would have a whiteboard desk if I could, except then that wouldn't work. I get my hands all smudged up. Whiteboard desks look really cool, and I just don't think... I think they won't work out for me. I did for a while. There was like a Japanese style planner Molly gave me because she was like, oh, I have these and I'm not using them anymore. And they were these really cool calendars that had like a... I don't remember what they were called. They don't make them anymore. But they were... Essentially, it was a monthly calendar that you flipped over, and the paper was set up in a way so that you could see either every week of the calendar all at once, or you could see just the 1 week. And every time you flipped a week over, you had essentially more space to write notes and stuff down. And it was really good for like my on-the-go, what am I doing this month calendar. And then they stopped making them when I went to go order more. They were like, yeah, we're not making that anymore. And I'm like, no, but I really liked that. Such is the way. The important thing of any system you use is that you use it. And that goes for a lot of things. Exercise, equipment, you know. If you're not using it, it's not working for you. And sometimes that means you have to work harder at it. You gotta, like, get yourself get yourself into habits and lots of other things. Maybe you have to work a little harder to try to make a system work for you or to work for a system. But ultimately, the tool itself is generally not the thing that's bad if you're not using it. It's the fact that you're not doing it. Used to make me so mad. I get mad at people who would be like, I got Wii Fit, and now it just lays in the corner and gathers dust, and this was the game that was supposed to make me exercise. And I'm like, exercise? Nothing's gonna make you exercise. That's not how exercise works. You have to make yourself exercise. You can't blame the game for you not playing it. It's fine. It works fine. It's not for you. Organizational systems are the same thing. It's like, you have to try them. It's really annoying. You have to try them out. You have to see if they work for you. You have to analyze what didn't work for you versus what did, and maybe that means you need to find a system that's more in line with that, or maybe that means you need to try to give yourself a new habit, and that's a lot of extra work in itself, because habits aren't easy to make, they're easy to break. Well, okay, fun habits are easy to make, let's be fair. Habits that we consider that would be good things to do are harder to do. But, yeah. And, you know, the exploration phase of trying to find a thing that works when you just want to have a thing that works. And I'm sure this is also... it just sucks. When you want a thing that works, the last thing you want to do necessarily is try new things. It's garbage, but it's the world we live in. Ooh, final confrontation. Like, I've had people in my life who've been like, "Oh, you're so organized, and I'm so jealous of how good you are at being organized." And then just like, look, there was a time I did not have these skills. I had to force these skills upon myself. I'm good at it now. It's like anything else. It took me a long time. It was not easy. It's easy now. Used to it now. Oops. But this is why, like, it's important to try to give yourself time to reflect about things and think about things that you've learned and see what ways you want to do things. Really analyze the situation. And trust me, if you're a gamer of any kind, played a puzzle game, you've done whatever, you've tried to explore a game, you have those skills. You just need to focus it into a different area. It's good to see you, Nitty Newts. Oh man, knitting color work? I mostly crochet. I've done a little bit of knitting, but yeah, all the knitting I've ever done has been on the same roll, because boy, knitting color work looks not only hard, but I feel like I'm afraid that it would all just fall out. Alright, let's see. What else is new in this pile? What have I not done yet? Ooh. Minstrel song. Yeah, I'm much weaker in my knitting skills because I've not done a ton of it. But I did start off knitting before I did crochet. Funny story, when I was in college, I would crochet as like my downtime craft because we were doing costuming stuff, and it's pretty easy to do like a granny score here or there. And I had a couple of friends who were like, "Oh, hey, that looks cool. You teach us how to crochet?" And I'm like, "Are you sure? Like, we have no time to do anything outside of school. You sure you want to like learn a new thing?" And my friend Carrie was like, and this is not Carrie Floyd, although boy, would I love to have been in the same college classes as Carrie Floyd. That would have been cool. She was like, no, absolutely, it looks like fun. And I'm like, okay. And then she really liked it, and I had several books that I was like, okay, cool, because we don't have time to hang out at the same time to do that kind of thing. Here, like, look at these beginner books. They're really good. They've got some patterns. She was having a lot of fun with it. And then at one point she was like, I wish I hadn't learned how to crochet. And I'm like, why? She's like, because it's fun. Like, I don't understand. I don't have time to do it because of classwork. I'm like, uh-huh. I warned you about that. And she's like, yeah, but I wasn't supposed to like it. I'm like, I'm confused by this notion that you wanted to do a thing that you weren't supposed to like. But okay. She still does it now, as far as I know. I should check in on her. I think I have some fabric I should probably throw her way. Expected to give up by now, yeah. You know what I'd love to try? Cable knitting. Just because I've seen the little cable knitting things you get, and cable knits just seem real cool. It's a bit tedious. Yeah. There's I imagine it probably is because there's cable knitting I think looks really cool. Is it called double knitting when you knit both sides so you have like two opposite colored things? That looks really cool. I think I tried that once and I couldn't quite get the tension to make it work. People who can knit really well are amazing. The other thing I really like about like crochet and knitting especially is that most of the stitches are just different. They're not like different, they're just different sequences. It's like programming zeros and ones. You have like literally two different things you can actually do. But if you do them in a different order, they look different. Like a knit is just a purl stitch is just a backwards knit. You're just doing the opposite thing. Your grandmother never used a pattern, she just did whatever she liked. Yeah, and some people can do that. Some people can just... I've knitted, or not knitted, I've crocheted enough spheres that I can see the patterning on a pattern to see what they're doing, to the point where I can be like, if I want this to be bigger, I really should do like this many more rows and do whatever. Some people just can see that already before they've even kind of done stuff. It's 1:20, so we still got lots of time. We're probably gonna raid the Desert Bus channel a couple minutes before 2. I'm just gonna send you all over there. But don't worry, I'm keeping an eye all the time. How does the multi-direction... Oh, okay, yeah. So in the game, because you're talking about the game and not crocheted objects, the red notes? Like, a lot of stuff is just button presses, so you can press whatever you want. The arrows, you flick the sticks in that direction. You don't have to hold down a button, you're just doing a stick flick in the direction that the arrows are doing. Everything else is holding down buttons. This is a battle thing. So, button, button, flick, 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 flick. Ah! Did not hold that. Hold though. If you're interested, PS4 and the Switch should still have demos for this game, which I generally recommend to people before buying the game, especially if they've played previous iterations with the stylus, because the buttons aren't... Some people have a heavy preference for the stylus. A lot of ways I do think the stylus is better, but I still think this does really well. There's also different types of songs, so what we're doing right now is called battle stages. Enemies upon enemies that you fight, kind of like, essentially like a boss rush idea, except it's just not all bosses. There's field stages where you walk, and for those, unless you're using a different, unless you're using like single button, I think. Single button mode. If you're using standard mode, you have to hold down the button and also guide the cursor along with the sticks at the same time. And then there's the event stages. I think they're called event stages. Those will show a music video instead of your characters fighting, which is not good for card drops. You'll still get some, but they're not good stages for card drops. If you're trying to grind those out. But the notes come from the top down, kind of more like you'll have seen in some other rhythm games, but the sense is still the same as what's going on here, where you're just clicking things. What are the cards for in this game? They're called collecta cards. They are only good for collecting. I need one more to get the last achievement that they call feats. I need a foot. I need a card for a foot. A feet card. Whoops. Oh no, I pushed the wrong button. We run to DLC. What else do we have? Oh, we get some Secret of Mana in here. Trials of Mana. Right, Live Alive, which I've done already. Chrono Cross. Ooh, Xenogears. Let's do some Xenogears. No showing feet on stream? Oh, I won't. I'm not wearing socks today. And I have no foot camera. I'm not getting a foot camera. Showing feet was for long game only, where we wore shoes. Though I might have been wearing socks at that one. I don't remember. There's oh, this game has the King Moggle, Moogly Mog, whatever his name is, song, and I really like it. And I find that pretty funny because Jacob can't stand the song. He thinks the song's fine. It's just, I guess, the fight that's associated with it in his brain makes it a song he doesn't really want to listen to. And I'm like, oh, good King Moogle Mog, though. So what happens when you play music from games you've never played. You miss out on some connotation. That was a fight that used to be far more frustrating before they fixed it. Now I want to play it. It's a Final Fantasy XIV song, right? Where are we? That's 13, 14. Oh, have I not done it on Ultimate yet? Oh, let's just go do it on Ultimate. I have played exactly maybe 2 hours of Final Fantasy XIV, twice. So I haven't gotten very far past, I assume, what is like tutorial. I can't talk while I'm doing a higher level difficulty. But good. So much fun with the back and forth. This is the part of the stream where I remind you that I've practiced this game quite a bit. I may be a professional rhythm game player, because I do a rhythm game stream. I think that makes me a professional. Please do not get scared by what I just did. There are easier difficulty levels. It's okay. What's this like on Supreme? Oh, this one doesn't go to Supreme. Oops. Nope. It's okay. It's okay. Oh. Game, please stop. I didn't mean to say yes. Professional cool tune player. Oh my goodness, that game was hard. But so good. Song selection. Oh shoot. Okay, yeah, where was I? Well, we did some Final Fantasy, some Live Alive. Have I done... Oh, hey, there's a new World Ends With You I haven't done yet. I will also note that I have paid for the really expensive version of this game that comes with all the DLC. If you bought the base game, I think they added a upgrade thing if you want to get all the songs, because there's certain songs you can only get on in a weird deluxe version thing. Definitely research how that all works, depending on what you're looking to do. Also, it's a Square Enix game, so stuff goes on sale every so often. But I believe all the DLC is out now, so everything should be listed as to what exists where. Base game, I think, comes with about 300 and some songs. I believe they're almost all Final Fantasy songs. With DLC, there should be over 500 songs. Also, DLC is also sold in packs if you only want certain groups of stuff. I'm not normally the kind of person who goes all in on a game and buys the version that comes with all the DLC. But this is the third iteration of this game that we've had in the West. So I already knew what I was getting into. This is another game I need to go back to, because we streamed it, played it, but I didn't get all the collectibles to... Not the collectibles. I didn't get all of the specific collectibles in order to unlock a certain thing that I wanted to unlock. But also, it's a pretty fun game to fight around in, so... They made an anime for the first World Ends With You. It was alright. I felt like the game was better in terms of... I guess you can't... I think it's hard to translate the feelings you get from playing a game to just a straight-out story that's about fighting things. But the anime was okay. I wish they had done an episode about them playing the pin game, though. I think that would have been funny. They didn't really go into the fashion aspect as much, and they just focused on, like, the fighting portions and the overall story, which I guess is kind of what you would do. But I really wish they had done just an episode where they're like, hey, you want to play Tin Pin Slammer? The World Ends With You is one of the most overwhelming games I've ever played, and it is also one of the coolest games I've ever played. Especially on the DS, where I feel like it's a really good combination of stuff on the DS, where it's using the stylus and the buttons. It's super hard on your hands. I don't know how the Switch version plays. The Switch has like some little extra story that's not that important or whatever. But I do think the DS version like really does a good job of its play mechanics, even though it's really rough. Ooh, we got a Nier song. Haven't done yet. Well, you know, that sounds really pretty. What was that? Yeah, let's do that one. The Switch version is less overwhelming, but kind of awkward. Yeah, I've heard the control scheme on it is not quite there. But what I did really like was the game you could turn down the difficulty settings, at least in the DS version. I've never played the Switch version, so I can't comment on that. I assume you can in the Switch version. But you could turn down the difficulty settings, and you got different loot drops depending on difficulty settings. Which I felt was really interesting for the time. So I've never played Nier either. Is it like Nier Automata? Because I've seen people play that one. I tried to watch the anime for it. I think we fell off, but we probably should go back because it seemed really neat. Is Nier about robots? Or are they they're very different games? Ah! All that timing fell off. More medieval. Oh yeah, I guess Automata has kind of has a lot of sci-fi elements, huh? Similar concepts. Play different. You didn't hear good things about the anime, especially after it got put on hiatus. Huh. So I think we watched the first 3 episodes, and then, yeah, it was on hiatus for like a month. For, what was it, like, weather, or there's something that happened at the studio. And it seemed interesting. But then we didn't go back to it, because kind of just... Might be better if I just try to play the game one day. Or watch somebody else play the game with a full playthrough. One of the two. Very pretty sounding songs, though. We'll do this one. Maybe we'll find an event song to do, because those are fun. Think Dan has a Let's Play? Oh, I believe that. Yeah, I think probably the first person I would go check for a Let's Play would be Dan. On anything. I've watched a little bit of, oh, I can't remember the actual game now, but I've watched a few of their Let's Plays, and right, no, I watched the beginning of Hollow Knight for them, because I love watching other people play Hollow Knight. Definitely one of my first go-tos for watching playthroughs. Oops. Hey, Barlon Scout. Thank you for that 31-month resub. Hope you're having a great day. Because it's Playframe and Playframe Plus are their channels? They have two of them, right? One's for playthroughs, and the other one is for going over animations and stuff, which I think there's a few videos in there I need to go watch. Like they do good content. Let's take a look at what we have for okay, so yeah, it's all Final Fantasy, that makes sense. Do Advent Children, where's I don't want to make everybody cry with answers. Let's do Hollow. Which is probably also sad for some reason. Oh, the opening to 9, huh? Oh. 9's the one... No, wait, sorry, that's 11, right? No, I read that wrong. So, as you'll see, the event ones are a bit different in terms of style. Same mechanics, though. Guitar Hero, yeah. Guitar Hero does this. A lot of mobile rhythm games have this kind of style where there's notes coming down at the screen. Love Live does this. That game Ian played a couple weeks ago, Musenix, looks like it went with this style. Does Final Fantasy II have a guitar sword? Or sorry, 10-2. I don't remember it really having a lot of swords. Because was her name Riku? Riki? She had like little daggers because she was kind of a thief rogue style character. Yuna's a summoner, so she kind of, though I think she had a gun. God, it's been so long since I tried to play that game. I don't remember the name of the third character, the one with the black and the gray hair. Felt like she had a gun. Maybe she did have a sword. Yuna had a gun, Riku had daggers. Pain has the sword. Okay. I couldn't remember the name Pain. Wow. Need to brush up on my Final Fantasy history. By learning any of it. Yeah, I haven't tried to play Final Fantasy X-2 since... I want to say since it came out. Well, maybe a year or two after it came out. PlayStation 2 game, wasn't it? I only had a PlayStation 2 for a short period of time. We got time. The reason I don't play X2 is because I really don't like Brother. That's fair. I remember when it came out and being really excited because I played 10, sort of. I played 10 to a point. And I was really excited of basically getting to play a group of girls and having all these costume changes. And then I fell off of that too. But it's also been so long, I don't know if I fell off of it because I wasn't having fun or... No, probably. I probably hit a grinding point. It's a little bit different now. I can be convinced to grind in video games now, but at that time it was not a thing I enjoyed, cared for, ever wanted to do. it's still not necessarily my favorite thing to do in a video game. I just think some games make it more enjoyable than others. Oh no. I thought that was the last note. Sometimes it can be relaxing, some games make it monotonous. Yeah, that's just that thing, right? Like, I'll play some Warriors games. They're basically nothing but grinding, especially after you get past the thing, but it's really fun. But there are some games that are just, like, it's not fun to play. Yeah, okay, we only have a couple more minutes, so I don't want to play another song. But is it here? How long have I been playing this game? What does this thing do again? Oh, yeah, only 108 hours. 109 almost. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah, someone was asking before what the cards do. This is all the cards do. They sit here. This one mocks me for not being in my collection. You can open it up. You can look at it. The ones in previous games had kind of a... the same thing. They didn't really do anything, I think. I mean, I guess there's a bonus effect, I think, for having the card, but it's not really doing anything. They had more of a binder aesthetic, so you would page through binder pages, and when you flipped the binder over, the page over, you could see the back of the card, and it had like a little write-up about the character and stuff, which they chose not to do in this game, which is a bit weird. Your theater, your music player, records... I don't think having the character increases the drop chance that I've seen. What am I at? 479 basic songs cleared, 494. I gotta work on ultimate a lot. There's different things you can do for your party makeup because your party members all have... They all have movesets. Aw, James met his goal. Boo. I mean, yay! I don't have an actual opinion on the matter. So... This one... Master Thief only used by Riku. Lets things do. This one increases the rarity of the collect cards, which is a thing I have on because the collect card I need is a special one. This one increases how often they appear in chests. Rarity. This is just damage stuff. This is for how often they show up. So, yeah. This one makes enemies drop more treasure chests, which isn't the same thing, but collect cards show up in treasure chests. So it's important. Good luck to listening to James try to DJ. I believe last I heard he turned on the vinyls and he went, cool, how do I do this? So good luck with that. Good luck to him and good luck for the rest of you on that. I'm gonna hit the raid button. We're gonna go over there. Channel's probably not actually live, but yeah, you all know you want to go over there anyway, so see you later. Take care.